Так, всем привет, ребят. Сегодня у нас 7-я часть по прохождению, 7-й стрим по прохождению Final Fantasy XVI. Не играем на PS5. Ну, потому что больше она нигде не выходила. Вот. Всех рад видеть. Кто смотрит записи, всем привет. Вот. Подписывайтесь, прожимайте лайки. Ну, все как обычно. Все, давайте продолжим. Так, вот это вот, да, у нас последнее. Да. Так, наберу. Так. Нам надо сейчас опять до. Нам вот сюда надо. Так, правильно иду? Да, правильно. Прямо, потом направо. Да. Так, а нам надо вот сюда, да. Я понял уже. Южная Розария.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Какие целеустремленные, а? Кровные узы.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we
Так,
should
там
hurry.
Чакоба. И
There are still
что-то
many settlements
лежит.
between here and
Давайте
Portishead.
посмотрим.
We visit as many as we can and hear their stories.
Надеюсь, ребятки, вы на нас не нападете. Зелье. Ребят, мы не угрожаем, если что. Вот цветочки нападут на нас, это однозначно. Так, все вроде бы, да? Джилл там завалила. Так, ну-ка, иди ко мне. где-то там есть. Так, вроде всех вальнули, все. Ребятки, всех приветствую, кто только присоединился. Ребятки, прожимаем лайки, подписываемся, отписываемся, как хотите. Но лучше бы подписывались. Так, синяя Чекоба. Вальнули. Шоколад, шоколад. Вот там забагалась Чекоба что-то. Вот там тоже что-то есть. Ну ладно, бог с ним. Идем до точки.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig?
Так, что-нибудь есть?
Welcome, stranger.
Клинок. Нет. Нет. Так,
Where are
ладно.
you? Well,
Денег-то у нас вроде и так хватает. Аноша? А, юноша. Аноша, блядь.
Excuse me, but what was all
Ну, я
that
читаю,
about
вот,
earlier?
конечно.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire.
С кем еще
Or their
побазарить?
hundred full legions.
Вон еще с этой побазарю. Или с этим. Юноша, опять же.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know,
Говорите с местными.
but we need to find out.
Так. Ты местный?
Word is, Port Isolde's closed their gates to all but the Highborn.
А, вон туда.
Now, a
Я
great
понял.
camp sprung up
Местные
along the
вот там.
walls.
Вот местный. Видно сразу.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Куда нам тут надо-то? Нам, по сути, надо вернуться. Да ведь? Да, по сути, нам надо... Ну, надо туда, короче.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Так, со всеми вроде, да, разобрались. Там еще есть. Да? Готовы. Готовы, готовы, готовы. Так. А там кто? Солдаты? Или кто? Ага, солдаты.
More of my mother's men.
Всех. Так, только вот у нас цветочки, да? Пойдем цветочки еще загасим. Еще вот этих загасим. Всех загасим. Готово. Так, вот это говно тоже, блядь, да? Эти пожирнее, да? Готово, да? Все, отлично. А ты, подруга, что? Браслет быка. Интересно. Так, что у нас дальше? Дальше все правильно. Туда. Ускоряемся. Так, а тут что у нас? По-любому есть в таких закуточках что-нибудь. Кровь из носа, что-нибудь есть? Нет? А, какой-то... А вот это что? Ну-ка, подожди. Что я... Хочу посмотреть, что это. Или это не что, это так просто. А, ну, короче, это... Ладно, нам тут не нужно. Торгальчик, торгальчик, дайте. Ути-пути, ути-пути. Блин. Такс. Опа. Джедаи ходят. Японский бог, смотри-ка. Джилл зарешала, блин, а? Мы приближаемся. Вот опять Махач. Готово. Новый уровень. Красота. Так, тут ничего не забыли мы? Нет, ничего не забыли. Так, тут что-то есть. Там что-то есть. О, здорово, пацаны. Паучишки. Так, ладно, все равно через мост проходить, да?
Blood, Clive.
Ну, крови-то сколько, а?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Надо мага сначала жахнуть.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Опа, блин, не вовремя я использовал его. Так вот, враги убиты. Блять, у них понтов было больше. Верит, кровавленная шкура, отлично.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps.
Всем привет, ребят, кто присоединился только что. Всех рад видеть. В Олд-Хилле. Название же, да? Олд-Хилл. Так, что же у нас тут? Тут у нас есть что-нибудь? Так, что там карта? Ага.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Пиздец. Полный ахтунг.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Так, тут что-то есть? Нету ничего, посмотреть бы. По-любому же что-то должно быть. Хоть что-то. Ничего нету. Пристань. Пустая, безжизненная.
We're approaching Buick Bridge.
Old Hill.
Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Помощников? Ну вот, Паш, привет. Ну вот Джилл и Таргал, в принципе, вот только они помогают. Почему? Они помогают, помогают. Таргалом можно управлять, там, фастом, типа, сказать он. Сейчас про мои... Это что-то, не понял. Это что такое? Это по-казахски? Я казахский не особо знаю, поэтому будь другом. Напиши по-русски. О, сундучело. Это я Клаву протер от пыли, ну красава, красава. Жители. Жители-то жители.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Чё, Павлик, как делишки-то? Рассказывай, что новенького. Ребят, всех рад видеть, кто только присоединился. Прожимаем лайки, дизлайки, подписываемся, отписываемся, но лучше положительное. Да, потихоньку. Ага. Че, на пляжик сходим? Крабиков, мясо похаваем. Ах ты, гаденыш. Вот видишь, она там льда накидывает, все дела как бы. Торгал там это, грызет всех потихонечку. Ой, блядь. Зрёк черной крови можно продать, все это понятно. Так, нам надо вон там что-то у нас тоже еще мы забыли забрать. Раковина моллюска. Угу. Так, что по карте? Ага, нам туда все правильно. Что там, Бласфемос далеко прошел уже? Шелковая нить. Так. Там пауки ходят. Крабики. Ну это нам сейчас надо будет почистить чуть-чуть. Без лишних рассусоливаний, блин. О, приз получен. Громовержец. Я думал, блин, всех троих загасить. Не получилось. На. Кому крабового мяса? Он торгал уже крабовое мясо хавает, блин. Красавчик нас не ждет. Так, а что у нас сверху? А сверху у нас что-то есть. Ну, мы сейчас еще и вниз спустимся. Надо все собирать, абсолютно все. Просто Не хочу ничего пропустить.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Тут что-то есть, а может и нет. Ну вот, что-то есть вот тут. Острый клык. Ну, хоть что-то. Тут что-нибудь есть? Не шиша, только лодка. Ну да и ладно. Так, обелиск. Ща впустим, пацаны и девчата.
Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
А, типа хотели по стелсу, да, не вышло. Ну ладно.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Свет во тьме.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Округ Лазар.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Так, тут у нас нечего вид. Пойдем вниз, спустимся.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Угу.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Не помню его что-то.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Ребятки, всем рад. Всех приветствую, кто только что присоединился. Ребятки, не стесняйтесь писать в чат. Пообщаемся хоть. Здорово, Лен, здорово, здорово. Здравствуйте, здравствуйте. Как ваше ничего? А чего не спим? Да у меня по плану сегодня приборка была, так вот, в моей комнате, так вот, с утра прибрался, потом это, стрим. Как-то так. Вот в комп убила. Ага. Сейчас ехать скоро за... за Соней? Ты к бабушке? К маме поедешь, да? Понятно, понятно. А поедешь ты, да? Ванька-то что, встал? К вам прибираться? Да, да.
But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know.
Вместе за компами, понял,
Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready.
А ты долго у мамы-то будешь, это самое... Или ты за Соней съездишь и домой сразу?
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Че, Ваня сегодня, наверное, план поставил сотку добить, да? У него вчера не получилось. Серега виноват был. Сегодня, наверное, это самое, добивает сотку, да? Заберу и обратно. Да, ты модер.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well.
Можешь банить всех, в зависимости от настроения, но справедливо.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Так, 32 метра, что там, поговорите с Уэйдом. Погнали, поговорим. Главное всех как сказать, переударил.
What is it you require?
Доброе утро, Вань. Доброе.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
В3 перенесут. Ну, вроде бы. О, Дюк пришел. Да. Мистер Дюк. А ты, получается, миссис Дюк.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Привет, маленькая.
What is your plan?
Nothing
Или
fancy.
маленькая. Или маленькая.
You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment.
Привет,
Sensing an
Павел.
opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being
Дюке
overwhelmed.
пришел.
While the Black Shields have an advantage in
Че, Ванька,
numbers,
сотку сегодня будешь
they
брать?
prefer to fight in
Хотя
small
могут и
units,
кинуть
which we can
монетки.
use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough.
А, кинуть на монетки? Ну, можно. Ну, хрен знает. Вроде сказали, что все скины, все должно перенестись.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
Не кинут. Я говорю, они сказали, что они вроде все перенесут. Скины, все, денежку вот эту всю.
The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
Так что не должны вроде.
Now make ready for battle.
As you command. Thank you, Sir Wade.
Буду сотку брать, ага. Ну все, Серега будет звонить, не берите трубку и все. Если МВ3 является DLC, то должно быть все ровно. Ну да. Ничего себе такое DLC, да? Стоимостью, блядь, в охуевшую AAA игру. Так, с главным отрядом черных щитов. Ну давайте пойдем. А что по карте у нас? Что у нас по карте? Ага, нам туда. Нам туда, получается. Так, открывайте, ребятки, ворота. Что, я должен сам, что ли, открывать? Ну, блин.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Так, что у нас тут? Чакобо. Ничего не появилось? Вроде нет. Бежим туда дальше.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Так, жахать будем всех. Не вынимая. Эй, братцы. Здорово.
What is it now? I told you. We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For us area!
For us area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Все, готовы? Или нет? Новые враги приближаются. Да ты что, блин? Малина. Бу-бу-бу. У-ху-ху. Месим, месим. Так, застанили. Все, всех загасили. Так, ух ты. Ну это финдиперстовый, короче. Это козырный, короче, один тут появился. Бля, опять человек на стриме, ужас. Ну, ребятки, всех приветствую. Даже если все знакомы, все равно всех приветствую обязательно. Ах ты гадина. Да ладно. Тихо. Так, застанили.
We need to finish this. You mean finish him? I needed that.
Ах ты гадина. А почему у меня не действует, когда он хоть это понты лимонит? Ага. Так, застанили. Все, трупак. Готов, готов. Награда. Что у нас там за награда? Что нам дадут? Что нам дадут? Что нам дадут? Ух ты, кольцо имперского подлатника. Кольцо виверны. Ладно. Пойдет, пойдет, пойдет.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Так, задание выполнено. Отлично. Так, что у нас? Награды какие? Магический пепел используется предметов. Ладно, метеорит. Все понял. Касцены здесь, конечно, бомбические.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Печать получил. Так,
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Порт Изольда, имперская провинция Розарии.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Точно немцы.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rozfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Да, прикольно, прикольно.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Дядя красавчик вообще, блин. Так, ребятки, давайте сделаем перерывчик буквально 2-3 минуты и продолжим. Не разбегайтесь, я быстро. А я и перерыв. ГГГ. Ну, блин, Лен, сама знаешь, нужда зовет. Не нужда бы, так. Сейчас я водички налью и продолжим. Пепси у меня закончилась. Остался только Байкал. Так что пить будем его. Санкционочка закончилась. Ладно, поехали дальше. Поплыли уже, вернее.
Over there. Go on. She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Ленчик, ты что, запускаться будешь сегодня, нет?
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom,
Ребятки, спасибо за лайки. 7 лайков. Красавчики.
Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could.
Давайте, может, добьем до 10 хотя бы. Да, после того, как приеду, приготовлю и потом запущусь. А что будешь, Warzone или Диабло? Мне, в принципе, все равно. Я смотреть-то буду хоть так, хоть так.
I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
Ну, приедешь, там видно будет. Как говорится, к чему душа будет лежать, то и запустишь. Да-да-да, я говорю, решишь, когда будешь. Ну.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you.
Понял, понял.
Just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done.
Не, ну, в принципе-то можно в это, в варзонку побегать. Ну, ты сама решай, как бы, потому что ты сама знаешь, какие мы нубо-игроки с Пашей. Если устраивает, то ради бога, можно поиграть. Так, что нам, в убежище надо, да? Так, что тут? Здесь водятся чудовища. Можно хоть одну побочечку, наверное, сделать. Сейчас посмотрим.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Опять уроки истории.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom
Как
rules over the
познавательно.
islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate
Ребятки,
the
всем
masses.
привет, кто присоединяется.
No. The Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended
Ребятки, давайте
upon the
добьем
Grand
10
Duchy
лайков, а?
of Rosaria.
Кто не поставил,
And when the
поставьте
shields of
лайкосик.
the flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Так, давайте сделаем одну побочечку.
Clive! Oh, my...
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks. Something's getting him... It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear. Because he respects you, innit?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Так, сделаем побочечку. Благо, у нас недалеко.
monsters take
Может быть, А, ну вот как раз у кузнеца. Отлично.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be.
Санчик
My stuff
запустился.
looked like every clumsy shit.
Ребятки, уже 7 человек. Уже 6.
Study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen. Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for next all his stuff to order. But the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a work. He doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties.
I see.
He did tell me something though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Грифона.
There's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern. That was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Так, 70 метров. Ну-ка, давай пойдем посмотрим. Что там да как.
Typical nobles.
Ah, yes. Our mysterious Moogle friend. Nectar, was it? I'll stick with nectar if it's all the same to you. What seems to be the matter? The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was...
Какая милаха.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of them. Perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Так, ага. Норвенг. Норвент. Так, что еще побазарить-то? Так. Найдите сегодня в телефоне на доске. Ну так я нашел же, блин. Что еще надо-то? Что-то я не... Вроде доске для охотников. Ну, говорили же вроде. Ну вот. А, эту фигню я убил. Все, понял. Доступное объявление, ну. Что еще-то, блин? Почему ты горишь до сих пор? Так, про нектар давай, по базаре.
I don't think so.
Взглянул. Что-то я не сделал, что ли, еще? Я ничего так не понял. Ну, это я понял. Западный урон за Норвент. Все. Или что? Что надо-то? Так и не понял, блин. Ну, взглянул ведь, ну. Все, взглянул. Все равно горит. Что ты за это? Уйти, ладно. На доске охотников. Ну, блядь. Все же, блин. Где найти Грифона? Вот я понял. Все же я не знаю, или так это, или не так. На доску охотников. Ну вот я взглянул. Ну что еще надо-то? Доступное объявление. Вот, все, доска охотников. Я же нашел. Все. Ладно, хрен с ним. Так, найдите сведения о Грифоне, блин. Мне не дает почему-то. Где-то я что-то не сделал. Поговорить об охоте. Вот так вот, да? Ну. Какой-то последовательности надо. Ну все же вроде сделано, блядь, ну галочки. Как вот. Ой, странно-то как, а? О том, где можно-то поговорить о том, что где... Ну. Да чтоб тебя. Я так понял, что надо... Так, взглянуть на дошку для охотников. Но опять же взглянул. Вот он, Грифон. Да все же, блядь, ну что еще надо-то? Ну, прям капздец какой-то. Ладно. Западные ворота. Дичь какая, а? Найдите сведения о Грифоне на доске для охотников. Блять, я даже не представляю, как это, блядь. Ребят, кто понимает вот этот ребус? Глянуть на доску для охотников. Глянули. Вот он. Ненасытный Грифон. Все. Глянули. Вот. Ну и опять не то. Да что ты будешь делать? Я вообще бум-бум. Так я вот тоже что-то бум-бум вообще жестко. Жестко бум-бум. Ну вот он, Грифон. Вообще не. Ладно, хер бы с ним. Ладно, пойдем с Джилл.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, You weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the
Ладно,
crystalline
побочные
orthodox,
потом. Сюжетку
the man
пойдем.
who made me do
Я
all
думал,
those
будет проще,
unspeakable
но...
things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud. Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
She is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath.
Дух дракона, Железное Королевство.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
Лед и пламя. Понеслась.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Так, что у нас тут дальше? Вот что, тряска началась.
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
Да, нифига страшного. О, двоих загасил. Хорошо получилось. Дубина стоит там. Минотаврик. Ах ты, гадина. А как так-то, блин? Я не понял. Вот так вот. Да ладно, как это не парируется, что ли? А, да? Нифига. Да как, блин? Блядь, да ну-то как так получается? Так, ты меня задрал. Готов? Все. Так, торгал, куда нам? Наверх? Отлично. Дыхание ветра.
Look at this place. What a mess.
Wait.
А, старый друг Мальборо. Акаша. А, это Акаша какой-то, блин. А был Мальборо. Ну, хотя бьется так же, как Мальборо. Кислотный. Может, не будешь? Да, блин. А, еще и это.
still can't believe they can jump. But these things have roots.
Готов. Мальборо, Акаша убита. А тоже Мальборо, оказывается. Ага, маленько. Бу. Магический пепел, метеорит. Все отлично.
Press on.
Yes. It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat. Though I don't remember.
Да, жарко, наверное.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Farewell. You're finished.
Так, погнали дальше. Всех угандошили, да? Торгал. О, здорово. Ой-ой-ой. Да чтоб тебя. Ну, какая-то херня нас кончит сейчас. Это уму непостижимо. Да, блядь. Хорошо. Так, ребятки, буквально секундочку отойду. Так, все на месте. Так. Так, дальше у нас что? У нас зелья нету. Вот. Дали бы нам зелье, вот было бы лучше.
Is there no other way across?
Ну, сейчас Джилл что-нибудь сообразит. Эпичненько, эпичненько. Так.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
Новый шорт. Ладно, посмотрю, Лен. Да, конечно, Лен. Без проблем. Ну, обязательно ленту посмотрю.
Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly.
Готово. Пора чего-то там. Не понял чего. Так, куда нам? Сюда нам? Да, нам сюда.
One of the demons. But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us then? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
Ага. А, даже так. У нас, короче, сейчас, походу... ладно. Э-э-э. Ты чё? Готово. Так. Отлично, отлично. Так. Грубая чешуйка. Используй предмета. Ладно. Окей. Опа, опа. Давай обратно в лаву.
Just hot. Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
We'll enter the conric by the handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
Lady Marley. It's me. Python Butler. Jill, it can't be. It is, my lady. We cannot talk here. Come with me.
Интересно, что сейчас будет.
I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl?
Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady, but I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, that fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness.
Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Come on, Clive.
Новая лока. Отлично.
We're nearly at the Comric.
All right. Here's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
It's over.
Новый уровень. Прекрасно. Так, торгальчик, давай, помогай, помогай.
How many of them are
О,
Too many.
о, нифига ты, блин. Мощный такой. Так, этот готов. Так, а нам куда? Нам сюда, наверное, да? Ну да. Еще 200 гил, хорошо. Торгальчик, куда нам? Вот сюда. Так, отлично.
Clive, there's something I need you to know. I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons, then you must face yours.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
Ну, да? Как ты умеешь, а? Да? Да ладно, ты чё? Как, блядь? Он не это, не парируется. Хорошо, давай. Серега, я погнала, отлично покатать. Давай, Лен, давай. Ну, еще пересекемся. Давай. Ну, я сейчас тоже уже заканчивать буду, где-то минут через 10-15, наверное, сейчас задание, если что, пройдем. Давай, давай, хорошо, Лен, хорошо. Короче, я тут, ну, молча, хорошо. А, ну тогда я вышел. Давай, давай, хорошо, давай.
Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years, I followed your orders, fought your wars, all to protect the children you took, just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Fiend. Their souls were sullied with a stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death!
You're right. I am a monster. And my soul is stained black. Though not by ether. But by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
Now!
Right!
Офигеть. Ага. Не получилось. Ладно.
Why can't I do it?
Please, just one. won't be able to hold that hole back forever. We better make this quick. All right. I won't take long.
Да почему ты не это? Блять, ну что такое? Ну да, начать заново. Жахнули нас, жахнули.
Slow.
Да, не получилось. Да. Готов. Жидкое пламя побеждено. Готово, готово, готово. Языки пламени используются при изготовлении предметов. Магический пепел. Окей.
Kill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here, use this.
Sid. We're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Oh. We destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high. Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate. Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed. I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
Наследие. Приз получен. Так. Хрустальная дорога.
This way, Your Grace.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbrec?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
Army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the
Сейчас
capital?
просмотрим все катсцены и закончим
We
стрим.
agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sanbreque need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer. Ah, the looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
Просто много касцен, это уже жесть просто.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
После бури. Так, посетите лазарет. Так, давайте, если можно сейчас сохраниться, сохранимся. Да, сохранить можно. Давайте сохраним. И на этом тогда закончим на сегодня. Продолжим в следующую субботу. Так что, ребят, всем спасибо, кто сегодня заходил, ставил лайки, подписывался, отписывался, неважно. Вот. Спасибо, Лена, спасибо, Паша, спасибо, Ваня. Ребят, всем спасибо огромное. Всем хорошего настроения, хорошего дня. Все, увидимся на следующей неделе. Всем пока.